Good morning, private practice success community. Gerda here, clinical psychologist and private practice success business coach and mentor. Coming to you on this quiet Thursday morning. As you can see, I'm sitting here at my garage door on the driveway. I'll show you my view that I have, literally looking out the driveway. Hey, how are you? Sitting here, I've just finished my morning run. I was very brave because it rained overnight and like very early this morning it was still showering a bit, and I thought, okay, it's cooled down sufficiently that yes, I will still suffer in the oven that is Queensland currently, but I won't die. So I took myself and Biscotti, who is lying somewhere underneath a tree. I've already put him in through the gate. I thought I'll take us on an outdoor run, as I've been doing mostly gym sessions because it's been so hot. And all I can tell you, it was a really good experience. I can tell you, I always say this and I'll say it again, the gym makes you soft. Other than, of course, if you're doing weight exercises, right? I'm talking about running on the treadmill versus running outside. And I was like halfway through and I thought, okay, I'm going to sit down on this bench at the local park and do a quick live stream to you guys. And I went and I sat down and I thought, this would be good. Both me and Scotty can have a rest. And the moment I sat down, it was like they came out of nowhere, mozzies everywhere. It's like they were lying in wait, like a gorilla ambush, and they just jumped on me and started biting me. Even before I could open up Facebook app to start live streaming, I went, bugger this, I want to talk to my people, but not this bad. So I got up, started walking, and then it was following me. The mozzies were following me. Like those fish in the ocean, the big fish, and then there's these little fishes that swim with them. And even if the big fish turns, the mozzies are with them because they're not the mozzies, the little fish, because they're eating the food of the big fish. That's how I felt. It took me like 50 to 100 meters to actually get rid of all the mozzies that were on me. So needless to say, yes, it's been an interesting reintroduction to the Queensland outdoors. But here I am, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a feeling that I often used to get when I was a group private practice owner, really still struggling to get my practice to run in my absence. Those first couple of years where you think you know what you're doing, but actually you don't, and you think if I can just work harder, it will get better. If I can just do 5 more things on my to-do list today, it will get better. If I can just spend an extra 2 hours before I go home, it will get better. If maybe I go in on Sunday or on Saturday and catch up, it will be better. I was in that place for way too long, and I think it's because I'm a person that takes a lot of self-responsibility. I expect self-responsibility from my kids, from my husband, from my team members, so I take a lot of accountability, and therefore even as a practice owner, I always thought, I just need to do more, I need to work harder, I need to do longer hours. And I often had this thought that would pop in my head, this wish of, if only I had one day, just one day, where I had no commitments, no clients to see, no supervision to do, no meetings with accountants or HR people, no peer supervision, no meeting with my receptionist, no doing orientation and induction, no doing a talk somewhere, no doing a meet and greet. I wish I just had one day in my week where I had nothing on, right? Where I had nothing to do. Hey Amanda, so glad to have you here live with me. And I always had that wish for that one day where I could just have all the hours to focus on my business also, and not have other stuff to do for my family, right? Because what I found also over the years is when I didn't do stuff for business, it would be things related to family, right? And you know what? The thing is, I wished for that one day so often, and when I look back, and hindsight is always 2020, it was within my reach. It was right there. I chose not to took it. I chose to always say that this to-do list is more important, or that all these commitments, if somebody says, oh, Gerda, put up their hand, can I have an extra supervision? I would go, yes. If somebody says, oh, I'm not too sure about this thing, can we have a meeting to discuss it? Gerda would say yes. If the accountant said they wanted to have a meeting, this is the only day they can make it, Gerda would say yes, right? Which meant that that things were always popping up in my diary. But looking back, all of that was in my own control. So who do I really have to blame for not having that, right? And, you know, like I said, hindsight is 20/20. If that is you, if you have that constant feeling of, oh my goodness, I just wish I had one day just to do what I want to do. Okay, not stuff for the kids, not stuff for the house or the family, not stuff for other people at the practice, stuff that I want to do. And then really making an aligned decision there. Is that stuff like, hey Christine, how are you going? Is that stuff related to just lying in bed and watching the whole Twilight series for the 10th time? Okay, or going to spa, or just potting around in the garden, or maybe going into your home study away from the practice and actually getting through that to-do list so that you can be so much more productive and feel good. Or maybe it's taking yourself out to a movie. It doesn't matter what it is. The bottom line is, if you are constantly wishing for just one day for you, whether that's to work on your practice or do other stuff, gift it to yourself. You are in charge, not other people. Okay, other people won't leave you, desert you, or judge you if you say no to them, because you're putting you first. And if they do, they're not the right people to have in your life. Okay, so really take the reins and take the control over your day, over your week, over your time, and give this to yourself. Don't do what I do. I waited way too long before the penny finally dropped, and it went, hang on, Gerda, whose diary is this after all, right? It's your diary. And I know that a lot of my private practice community members are like me, you know. We feel the right thing to do is to support our team and put them first and be available for them. But you know what? Having one day out of your diary a week, or even one day every 2 weeks where you're not available, that's not the end of the world. Okay, and if your team do not think that you deserve it, well, bugger them. That's what I would say. You know, they need to learn to problem solve on that one day that you're not available. They won't die. They will be perfectly fine. And if it is a flipping emergency, they will problem solve it and get help somewhere else. Okay, so please take it from me. Don't wait. Put yourself first. Amanda says, I've planned every second Wednesday off. Fabulous. And I really like Wednesdays because it's like in the middle of the week, right? You're going to feel productive already the first 2 days. You have your day off, and then you can catch up a bit more. Fabulous. Great work. For me personally, my day off is normally on a Friday, where I like to go and have my hair done. I'll go to the gym, have my hair done. I like to, you know, do stuff around the house, and maybe if there's really something important that I didn't get to work-wise, which these days relate mostly to private practice success, then I'll do that. And that's it. And that's generally Fridays. Mondays, I normally have my team coming in here to the practice to just come and work from home. I'm not that much involved with what they do unless I have a meeting with Chelsea. Tuesday, I normally do one live stream into my Next Level Mastermind group. Wednesdays, Thursdays is my busiest day actually, which means I should probably start to go inside and have a shower, right, and have breakfast. But my day only starts at 11, and that's also something that I gifted myself, right, for many years. I mean, the stress, early morning stress of getting 3 kids to school, and those days my husband was still working full time, and he would have to be at work at 5 a.m. in the morning, which is in Brisbane City, which means he had to leave home around about 4 o'clock. You know, he was up so early for many years. He would do that shift, and the early mornings, getting kids ready, school drop off, and then booking in appointments in my diary starting sometimes from 8:30 or 9 o'clock. It's like, why do that to yourself? Especially if you're the practice owner, right? Make it easier on yourself. It's within your control. So my days now generally start at 11, and today I've got 90 minutes of weekly Q&A with my inner circle. Then I have half an hour break where I'll have some lunch, which is normally tuna and salad. And then I'm doing a phone call today, I suspect, with one of my Ignite Your Practice mentoring clients. And that's my Thursday. And then I, do stuff on my to-do list for private practice success before the kids come home. So I better go and get ready, right? Whatever you're doing on this Thursday, have an amazing day, have an amazing week. And remember, as always, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. Make sure to book in that day for you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.